video. So today we got a bunch of stuff to do, I guess. I'm gonna clean up the car. That drive to Vermont made it pretty dirty, and get a little wash and stuff, and then I'm gonna get into some wiring stuff. I want to get the IAT wired up. I want to see if I can pull off the header and check if the bung that's in there is good. I want to try to get some wiring on the fans set up and maybe get those running. Do a bunch of things. So yeah, I'm excited for today. I got a bunch of stuff, so let's get into it. So it's a little later in the day, probably an hour later, and I'm thinking I want to start messing with my intake temp sensor. So we know I got this bung welded in, looks really nice, and this is pretty much the intake setup minus the little bit in the middle to secure it. So pretty much what I need to do now is wire this into the car, and what I'm planning on doing is you hook it up through the stock harness that's in the car on some certain pins. And because right now I don't have any male connectors to go on that plug, I'm just going to cut the wires out, grab the right wires, and solder these in, because I do have a connector on this thing right here on the sensor itself. So I'm just going to do that. I'm not that worried about it. Yeah, let's get to it. All right, so if I'm looking at it, I believe it is these two connectors right here. So, looking at it like that, yeah. So, it's quite a while later. I fought with this connector really hard to get these two pins out. So what I've done is these two pins right here. These, if I connect the ground side and power side of the sensor, although I'm sure it doesn't actually matter. If I connect those to these connectors, I can get a reading on the computer. So these are the pins I want. What I'm going to do is cut these and just solder a length of wire between where the sensor is going to sit and here, and that'll be good. ran out of butane. That really sucks.
The next day.
Got some butane. I finished up the last 2 solders on this and put some electrical tape on it, zip tied it up. I just did a pretty simple electrical tape zip tie job for this thing. Not rubbing anywhere, but looks good. So I want to gold foil this and get a good mounting solution for it. All right. Hell yeah, there we go. That turned out perfect. I'm so happy about how this came out. Like, I'm pretty anal about stuff, so I'm really glad I got this as nice as it is. Doing stuff like this just makes me so happy. Sick. So, and it was the perfect, you can see, that's where the seam is. Perfect. It's like hardly overlapping at all. Hell yeah. There's not that many wrinkles in it either. Like, there's a couple little ones, but I'm not even worried about it. All right, sick. Let's put the sensor in and get it in there. So this is a tapered thread, I believe. So I'm not trying to really trying to do it too bad. I do worry about splitting it. All right, good enough for me. I don't want to put it in. There we go, sensor's in. You can see that's definitely poking in far enough. It's actually the top of the top set of holes right here is actually level with the inside of the tube. So I'm gonna call that good. All right, so here's the finished product. I fucking love this. I love this so much. I think it came out amazingly. You can see we got the sensor in down there. Air filter's all good. So the only thing I need to do now is just some sort of mounting solution. I wish it would work like this, but as you can see, it's a little wiggly. So I gotta figure something out. But that's sick. That's gonna be it for this video. I have a bunch more stuff to do, but we'll get to it in other videos. This one's probably already gonna be long as it is. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.